This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome everybody to BK Dub.
BK Dub, BK Dub.
Ready to rock and roll on a Thursday. What?
I mean, happy 4th of July.
Exactly
early
right.
people.
Exactly.
What
right.
up?
Happy 4th of July. Happy America's birthday.
America.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It is your favorite wrestler's
What's
favorite
more
wrestler.
American than professional wrestling, by the way?
Exactly right. Like we always say, it's your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestling program here, right here, live from Illinois Media School. No gimmicks, Nick Johnson. Double D Dykstra, to my right. How are we doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, solid
you-
dynamite last night.
Yes, sir, indeed. Dynamite 300 was fantastic.
Only have, really one little complaint.
Yeah, no, we got some always, as always, some screws we can always tighten and stuff like that. But otherwise, yeah, we're getting ready to roll.
What do you want?
Will
You'll
do.
get them. Calm down.
Big boss man.
Boss
coming.
lady walking in on our show.
Yeah.
How dare she? We're live.
We are ready to roll, as always. So there we go, folks. Exactly right. You told me coming in, you're ready to talk. You're ready to talk some wrestling, as there's been some solid stuff from top to bottom. Like I said, we got some Dynamite 300 to talk about, maybe a little Collision 100 to possibly preview and get into. Night of matches, Night of Champions to recap into the WWE side of things. A couple of contracts they're eyeballing as well. We'll dip our toe into that. And then finally, Scotty's World featuring Frankie today. Our guy Frankie's on the ones and twos today.
Hey, it'll be better. It'll be better.
There we go. So here we are.
A man who's been watching since what, age 4? All right, yeah. See, he's got 15 years. He's not a cup of coffee.
Exactly right. So let's dive on in. Let's get into the big fun stuff that happened last night on Dynamite. Bow. Exactly that. So biggest takeaway from recapping Dynamite, obviously, starts off hot with the Hangman promo coming in, making it now officially a Texas death match. Going in from there, let me think. Obviously, the Fatal 4-Way later on that night, that was pretty fun between the Brody King. Saw the MJF spot. Everything else in between. Now also the new tag team stipulation. What was your biggest takeaway? What was probably the best other fun stuff that happened from Dynamite 300?
For me,
Mercedes Moné, Maria Shafir.
this thing right here, the build up to Mox Hangman, now it being a Texas death match, this better be more violent than the Swerve Strickland one.
Oh man,
it's gonna be hard to do. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like it's not gonna be. But these are two guys that have now kind of built their careers and the talk in the indie world on being those guys that like to do hardcore matches and want to do hardcore things. So if you're going to promote this, I feel like it has to be more violent. And I'm not talking like drinking of blood, spitting of blood. I'm talking like violent.
hits, just basic hits, gruesome stuff. I think if there are two people that are going to come up to the challenge, I think those are the two names to bring up, Hangman and Moxley, so rightfully so.
Although it looked like Moxley got dinged.
Yeah, they were. I saw that. I think it was a mixture of probably did get a little extra hit / probably just milking it up a little bit. But otherwise, yeah, like if there is a feud right now built up for or justifiable for a Texas death match, it would be this one right here. So this is for all the marbles. Again, we'll deep dive more next week when we do our official picks and everything like that. But this is a must win just for just kind of for the sake of just the positivity in AEW. Like it'd be a very big shadow, a big gloomy shadow if Jon Moxley left Texas with the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
My only problem with the promo.
Okay.
Okay, buckshot to Shafir.
Huge pop.
Huge pop, but here's my problem with it. I mean, if it's really going to be violent, hit her with the freaking case.
Sure.
If you're really going to show that, like, your morals are out the window, like, do it.
Yeah, I know.
Buckshot lariat, It had a little zip on it, but you could tell he was holding back a little.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah. But again, it's a little tease. Again, it's
And
just
Shafir
a show.
isn't the best seller either.
No, but they have done this before again, where the baby face kind of like finally snaps and has I guess attacks, and it always ends up being against Marina Shafir. They did a whole compilation online. Jay White, Willow Nightingale, now the Buckshot Lariat from Hangman. So there's a couple other different FTR through the table. There's definitely a couple different ones, but yeah, honestly, one of the best takeaways probably for me was maybe MJF winning that Fatal 4-Way. It was a fun Fatal 4-Way.
Love
AR
the new
Fox.
merch.
Yeah.
Love the new merch from our boy.
From Mark Briscoe.
From Mr. Briscoe.
Yeah, that one.
Great merch.
The kosher pickle, yeah.
I love that kosher is just really small.
Yeah, really tiny. It's subtle.
It's
Subtle, exactly
awesome.
Right. I just love how he keeps going to the boy. He goes, "The guys, MVP, Shelton, Bobby, this isn't on you. This is just between me and MJF." Like, it's completely like that. Again, for any, he doesn't at all. Like, I don't know if it maybe just because he is from that area. Some people just like Mark Briscoe. You forget how well spoken he is during his promos. Very, very good. So I thought that was fun too. Later on, yes, the tag match was cool. And for those that didn't know, I could be wrong. I saw one comment online. So again, fact checking is kind of wishy washy. But apparently that was the first time since the original All In that Bandito and the Young Bucks had been in the same ring at the same time.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that was the main event, of course, of All In.
Bandito was struggling with his mask throughout that match.
Yeah, I saw that. But however, some of those purest just spots right there where it didn't seem rushed. The Young Bucks were just back into the flow of things. Maybe it was just that being home in that California air
I think also they're kind of realizing that they're on the other side of being in their prime.
Maybe, and
not listen.
Not losing a step necessarily, but it's, the end is near.
Not taking as bad a bumps as that. I think Anarchy in the Arena was their wake-up call.
Maybe.
I mean, I think even Matt said this is the worst he's ever felt after a match.
Yeah, Nicholas almost hit his head pretty severely during that. If I recall right, he did that swanton from the top of the stage. He almost hit his head. So it's probably again some scary wake-up calls probably for sure.
So,
but the spot that was fun overall. Seeing that, I did see a tweet. I forgot from what account, but. Yeah, it was the kind of that like, whoa, I'm not sure about it's just scary to think about the future of just like, American tag team wrestling after the Young Bucks are done in probably, 7 to 10 years, I would think. Like
it might be less than that.
It could be. Overall it's just the overall picture of it's going to be
short term for me would be 5.
Yeah, and I think
5.
so. And they're not going to be gone from AEW. This will be behind the scenes type deal, I think. But
there's other really great tag teams out there, though. I mean,
I don't think they'll necessarily fill the shoes, but who can of anybody at these days? I'm sure, but it'll be a different feel. I hope that someone can eventually step up.
When you are a team that literally transcends tag team wrestling and transcended the industry to the point where you were like, well, we've made all this money on the indies. Why don't we start our own company? Yeah, it's going to be – you're never going to have those dudes again, but I'm sure there will be teams that come along, generations that come along that can do those things. I mean, listen, I'm very interested in this Jet Speedball combination.
Yeah. Some people, again – funny online, someone goes, can we get like a real tag team name? I'm sick of you just like combining the names like Tay and J and just like Speed Night or Night Speed or whatever it's called. Just like, can we get something more creative? I'm like, you're not wrong, but sometimes it is just natural. If these themes aren't going to be like long lasting, there's no reason to put too much thought into it.
Once again, though, yeah, you're talking about a team that will probably go down easily as a top 5 tag team of all time.
100%.
If not the greatest tag team of all time.
Now, what do we think quickly about the stipulation that was laid on the new tag team match? So now officially it is going to be the Young Bucks versus Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. If the Young Bucks lose, they will no longer be EVPs. They will no longer be EVPs and have that power. If Will Ospreay and Strickland lose, they can't challenge for the world heavyweight title for a full calendar year. That is the stipulation that's currently on this tag
It's
team
going to
match.
lead to a long story, more than likely. But here's my thing. Ospreay, I love you. Stop calling it the EVP belts.
Is that what he keeps calling
Yeah,
them?
he keeps calling it, we want the EVP belts. And I'm like, why are we calling it?
My first reaction is he might be poking fun at like the whole belt versus title because WWE apparently they've always been back and forth on
It's
that
a
logo.
possibility.
He could be possibly poking fun at that, or it could be as simple as he's just not paying attention. He just doesn't care. So I think that could be the case too. So I again we'll take a deeper dive into it, but as of like just to make it more exciting, to actually make it worth something, it could be interesting. Now it just doesn't. Now it doesn't immediately be like, okay, like for sure this tag team wins. Like no, there's definitely some extra steps here. So I'm gonna lean towards the Bucks pulling this one out though.
No,
eventually.
I have to see what the go home show is next week.
Yeah, of course.
But
We'll get a better feel then.
I'm gonna lean that way as well.
If Dynamite ends with Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay raising their hands up proudly, then you kind of know the writing on the wall come all in. So we'll get to
and
that.
it just leads to better storylines if they don't.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll deep dive a little bit later next week. Finally, the main event of 300. I mean, amazing. You can't go wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and hand them the 5 stars. Not necessarily the greatest match ever, but for having these guys go back now, have they ever wrestled 1-on-1 in America? I have no idea.
Don't believe so.
I mean, what an absolute treat. So Okada and Ibushi have a fantastic main event. I mean, just spots galore, and what a way to end it. So I thought that was really solid. So overall great match. Definitely take the time to watch that. So overall, I thought, like I said, Dynamite 300 was fantastic. 100 Collision 100 looking good. We'll see how that goes, but
It's definitely the redheaded stepchild of AEW.
I mean, I guess it was Rampage, so I guess it fills the shoes now. So the Collision fits in there now too.
Just quietly, Rampage has gone away too. They didn't make any announcement.
Oh no, they kind of did, but that was all. I mean, that last show was before the New Year even happened.
Yeah,
so.
it was just
I still have the last Rampage saved on my DVR. I go back every now and again just to. It was a good show. It was Hammerstein Ballroom. Continuing on, I think we may have talked about this before somewhat, but they kind of drew it up, but more or less on the question of just the overall. 5 years, 300 Dynamites. They're dropping a book come November about the first 5 years of AEW's existence. 1, are you buying it? 2, what are your, if any, top of AEW moments, whether they be matches? We don't need to sit here and completely reminisce and go a whole full, 10, 20 minutes. But when you think AEW, what's the very first, as of now, the very first moment maybe that comes into your mind? I got a couple that really come up to me, and for the most part, it's kind of matches and the crowd reacting to the match before it's about to even happen. So.
See, for me, it's pre-AEW.
The All-In, the booking.
It hooked you.
Of Jericho in Japan,
out,
yeah.
All Out. And then you have a young MJF yelling at a wrestler with no legs, how you like that, Lieutenant Dan?
That helps.
And I'm like, who is this dude? And can I please have more?
That definitely helps. I always think a lot of people go to Danielson's first match in Dynamite was against Omega. The very first bell rings, the crowd's just going crazy. Like they haven't even locked up just yet. They're going absolutely ballistic. It's just moments like that. The anxiety, the pre-start to Okada or to Will Ospreay and Fletcher sitting at the top of the steel cage, the locking in on eyes between Swerve and again Swerve and Will Ospreay before they had match. That's that energy, that build up right before an AEW crowd knows they're about to watch a special match. Those are the moments for me that gets me excited. It makes me realize again that this company just really values wrestling at the very end of it. So.
I would have to say, if anything, original Double or Nothing, Lucha Bros
Yeah.
versus Young Bucks, ladder match, or whatever they called it.
La Escalera de la Muerta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oof,
that
was a
for
good
me.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
I mean,
callback, by
yeah,
the way.
that was funny enough. Again, I see that thread online of someone put together like the best moments of AEW in 2021. I was just like, oh, I was there. I was also at that one. I was at that one too. Yeah, that's crazy. Flew down for that one.
We have a lot. Chicago's been very privileged.
Chicago had it was
it
was a lot of matches that one for sure. Then again, I a couple of them I flew down to Florida for one, and then that was fun.
My executive producer's headed out to Texas for
Nice.
All In.
That's
He
gonna
said
be fantastic.
there's one reason only.
Omega and Okada.
Yep,
that's all.
that's
all you
what
need.
he said.
It's the only thing
reason.
you need. Carrying on though, fun, cool stuff. TK Tony Khan was over on had some fun on the Rich Eisen show. He had announced a couple of things that he confirmed. One, that he's been a part of the internet wrestling community since 1995. He said, shout out to AOL. That was a quick little dial-up. But also said that officially All In is going to be back in Wembley for 2026. I believe it was, I'm going to butcher which band, probably I think it was like the Killers or some other band had booked at this time for Wembley. So there's nothing going around it. Couldn't book anywhere around it. So there you go. Call the audible. Got it to Texas.
Is it the reunion of Oasis?
I don't know. Like I said, I forgot.
Who
I forgot
cares?
the reason as to why.
Who
I
cares?
forgot what band. Speaking of Oasis, that was they made a little bit of headlines because some guy, some prankster at a Green Day show started playing Oasis, and I guess
That was not a good look.
I guess they got some beef. Boulevard of Broken Dreams. But either way, yeah, still carrying on. Like I said, fun seeing TK on Rich Eisen. Probably a good interview.
Did he have a little more charisma than he normally does?
No, I mean he's just fun, spunky self.
He's a geek.
Yeah,
he's just a geek.
Yeah, I know.
But you gotta love it.
Yeah.
You love wrestling geeks.
Yeah, it's like it's harmless. You see him, he's like, oh yeah, just like he wouldn't harm a fly type deal. You can appreciate that. Like I said, he's one of us.
One of us.
Yes.
One of us.
Exactly right.
Sorry.
Well, speaking of, he's gonna also be sticking around with one of us, with all of us actually. Ian Riccaboni telling us that he's gonna be staying with AEW / Ring of Honor on the commentating side of things. I bring this up only because currently, at least in my opinion, he's probably one of the best in the game, at least on the commentating side of things. I really like how at least Tony Khan and AEW has been working out this commentary team. It hasn't been a constant circulation of people going this way, that way. A little less Tony Schiavone. It's been a lot more Ian Riccaboni. So
I think Tony and Nigel's a good combo.
Yes. Tony Schiavone and Nigel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Nigel makes up for the things Tony's lacking.
Yeah, and I think Schiavone can still do well somewhat on play-by-play, exactly right. And then McGinnis comes in with the oh god, yeah, with a big play-by-play or color move right there. Yeah, I like that. And then like I said, this 3-man weave between Excalibur, Taz, and Riccaboni has just been, I mean, it's been dynamite.
It's fun.
Dynamite. It's been fantastic. So also just adding on that. Ian Riccaboni said, along with being a part, having the contract, adding some money, he said he's donating a portion to the Salisbury Youth Association, which is just a little charity that it makes youth sports more affordable to the youth.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so exactly that.
Good stuff.
Just a good guy. Good
job, Riccaboni.
Some plus fans on that one for sure, without a doubt. So glad again we'll be hearing Ian Riccaboni's voice for the time being.
Kevin James went away really fast.
What?
The original ROH voice.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah,
used to be WWE guy.
Yeah, that's right. Well, here we go again.
Oh,
another
man.
check-in. The Beast, baby.
Do you just? I'll lean back and you can just go.
The Beast is on a roll yet again. What another great week. We're gonna make this a weekly installment, I think.
Beast mode.
The Mortos minute.
Mode?
Mortos minute.
Mortos minutes.
Yeah, we're gonna need some Mortos minutes for sure.
Or we could do Mortos mode. Whatever
Oh
you
yeah,
want to do.
another big week for the Beast Mortos. If you've been living under a rock, right now, currently over on shopaw.com, he is the Top Rope Tuesday shirt of the week. You can get this limited time T-shirt for only 1 week and 1 week only. So make sure you hop in there. The Beast Mortos also being Again, second to last match here on Dynamite 300. Gets the loss, but does not get pinned. That's the Dralistico.
It's that Mercedes Monet rub.
Speaking of, Mercedes Monet has
figuratively and literally.
While again, enjoying the dating scene. Now over on the TikTok, had a little viral TikTok go on with them. I don't really recall what it was, but them just kind of dancing and do little hand gestures. But otherwise, other than that, finally the big thing, July 25th, CMLL announcing that he's going to be not only back in there for a show, he was up on the big poster, so might be the main event. So this guy goes from a 14-year shadow ban to eventually, potentially, main eventing in, guess where? Arena, Mexico, of all places. Exactly right. So, again, another big week for the Beast. Oh.
Congratulations, Monet Jr. I mean, Beast Mortos.
Oh, you're just so jelly. Oh, man.
I'm not jealous. He's fantastic. He's my favorite luchador from AEW by far. By far.
And he got, again, natural crowd boost every single time I was there seeing him for the shows. They were asking for the Beast, and so far he's been able to, like I said, not string together crazy wins, but he doesn't need that right now. He's on an absolute tear. So again, go get his shirt, go get some more Beast Mortos merch, so you know where. Like I said, changed up the mask and everything. He's good to go.
Yeah.
Any other final thoughts, questions, concerns on AEW side of things?
Let me see. I thought there was something. I mean, do you want to hit the Britt Baker stuff now or in the WWE?
I have it in the WWE section.
That's fine.
But, I mean, we can kind of dip our toe either which way. I think, like I said, with the other names that I was leaning towards, I think we kind of just save that for the WWE portion.
That's totally fine.
But otherwise, like I said, I haven't really seen all too many, AEW rumors as of late.
Nothing too crazy, no.
Now, okay, as I type in news and rumors, I see a potential Sting appearance for All In Texas, with the possible Darby Allin return.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Which only scares me if Darby Allin has to return. That hopefully that doesn't mean that Jon Moxley has retained. That's my only.
We'll have to wait and see.
Help me, Hangman Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Hangman Kenobi, you're my only.
And exactly that too. I didn't watch the actual promo afterward, but apparently Omega just gave a very heartfelt speech after Dynamite went off the air. Yeah, and again, just not gonna stand on my soapbox or whatever. But again, this is a company that everyone and their mother, a lot of people have just tried to bash and bring down. Wasn't supposed to get to where they are now. They're thought to be
solid number 2.
Exactly that. And that's fine. That's where they were kind of going for. They've just been looked to as an alternative, and that's fine too. Are they going to be able to catch up or even come close to overtaking WWE? Probably not. And again, that's not the goal.
Don't have to be.
Yeah, WWE is its own thing.
It's an alternative.
It's Disney World over here, and then you got Great America. Its own
Universal.
Yeah, exactly that. Universal. So exactly right. To each their own. I'm going to be enjoying my prop up. Like I said, I already pre-ordered the book, so put on my nightcap, little book side reading, table reading.
How did I know you ordered that book?
Oh yeah, you know it. Hardcover too. We'll be good to go. Well, there we go, folks. We're gonna go ahead and roll out of AEW talk. Like I said, we'll be previewing All In at Texas for next week. All the matches, top to bottom. It's looking good. Looking good. Well, when we come back, we're going to be talking a little Night of Champions recap, a couple other contracts to look at, and El Grande Americano now. Stay tuned.
Tried to tell y'all.
More bad Karma Wrestling when we
Bad
return.
American Wrestling.
Yeah.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste, the second stuff. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. It's the boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details. Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004 she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed Naked Clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Hi, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details. Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments, and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed naked clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Hi, can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
This is bad.
Man, are you still working out? It's like 1,000 degrees.
Intense heat is nothing. To get an intense workout, you gotta be intense.
Our friend here's getting an intense workout with the intense cool of his Hydrotech Cool Breeze shoes, which brings your feet a cooling sensation that is the best on the market today. Can only be explained with one word.
Intense!
Whether you're working out hard or just taking a stroll, these shoes have got your back, or I should say, your feet.
Aren't these shoes intense?
Maybe a little too intense, but there's no doubt they're cool.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. Cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling. This is Bad Karma Wrestling. With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome back. Sorry for the delay. Just had to do,
Real job things.
Yeah, exactly right. When the duty calls, you got to go ahead and take care of some stuff. But we're back Karma Wrestling
Nick
in the
said
building.
duty.
Exactly right. Well, exactly right. Exactly. We're gonna go ahead and get into the WWE Night of Champions recap here. From top to bottom, of course. There were some other shenanigans that went ahead and started off. I just want to go ahead and let's go ahead and talk a little punky action to just kind of.
Let me just say, PunkLife might have been the best parody in the last 5 years.
PunkLife, of course. This is what happens the first time you do one dare session. This is probably what you get.
Listen, you can. I don't know.
I won't use drugs.
I don't know if you enjoyed it or not. This is where I'm coming from. For him to come out, drug-free, by the way, hilarious, looking like a Gomer.
Should say sellout.
Gomer Pyle, but then to remember every single bar that he was supposed to do is impressive. I have to admit that.
Yeah.
Solid promo. You let Cena do the reverse pipe bomb. Letting Punk do this. It was good, and it got that crowd riled up.
It was an interesting week, to say the least. Of course, like we mentioned, it starts off in the bad light of, first of all, being there in the first place after saying you would never really do it. Backtracks it. The viral video of him pushing a kid, essentially, which we've been 50-50, where it's just like,
you don't know the whole. You
Yeah.
can't make a comment on it if you don't know the whole story.
Yeah, we don't know the context. I'll be fair on that one, without a doubt. Could he have probably signed it? Sure, but then you open up the one again. We don't know what was happening on the other side of the screens, of course. So it's kind of tough to call balls and strikes there. However, yeah, exactly. Just the internet ran wild, and kind of rightfully so. Just like again, the hypocrisy. I'll let it eat away at itself. Just it's been what it's been. MJF's promo has come to full circle of you will go back and you will preach hustle, loyalty, and respect. and so far he has in that regard too. Again,
and he's making a lot of money doing it. So
yes, of course, everyone has their price. Everyone has their price. That was just really the thing. He must be making a stack if he's willing to go back again on all his morals, lie to us and tell us that tweet was not about Saudi Arabia. We know it was about, it was about The Miz and Saudi Arabia. Let's not get it twisted.
Let me be very clear when I say this. I don't think it was WWE that gave him a stack.
You think it was a TKO?
I think it was either TKO or actually Saudi.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, that could be the case, too.
It to me, listen, the money that they threw at the live golfers, they have boundless amounts of money. So if they wanted to throw, listen, we'll pay you $50 million to come to Saudi and wrestle.
Yeah.
No, sorry. I'll say it. You're going to pay me 100 times more than what I get paid here to do the exact same job over there?
I mean,
Bye.
yeah, we don't have a single clue as to what the price number was at all, if there even was one, or if it was just exactly that. Did he really turn a new leaf type deal? I don't know. I don't think so personally, just from connecting the dots that I have. And I'll just leave it off by saying it's not very punk rock for him to apologize to this big old government. So just kind of it is what it is.
Question to you though.
Sure.
Just really
What's
quick.
my price? 100 million.
No, just real quick. Or do you want to get into it later?
No, go ahead. Go for it now if you got.
Since we're on Punk anyway.
Yeah.
What were your overall thoughts of the match?
I didn't really see all too much of, honestly, Night of Champions. It was like I said, half 50-50 a moral stance / didn't really just get to it. Didn't really have time throughout the week to watch. I tried to. At least I got through the first 3 matches and kind of fell asleep during.
I have to say, it was prototypical Punk Cena.
Yeah, and that's what I was kind of leaning what it was going to be.
And to me, the only really cool, interesting part about it was the Seth Rollins interruption.
Yeah, and that's where people are on that too. Again, if anything, the only part I did kind of call was having an homage to himself, which he did. If he wore the exact same tights as he did to 2011 Money in the Bank.
Great. Fantastic.
And again, they said it, this is the last time that Punk and Cena are going to have a match together. If that's how they're going to go out, that's fine for that feud, for that set of skills. That's okay.
I'm okay with
again, Rollins being involved. That was kind of puts it all more storyline and more allows for an out now for Punk to okay, don't need to focus on Cena anymore. I can now focus on Seth Rollins, who Seth Rollins is in 8 different feuds right now.
I think, and to me, I think what they're doing are getting all these dream matches for Cena out of the way so then he can go and put over some new talent.
Yeah.
Give him that Cena rub later on because he's got, 4 more months, 5 more months left to go?
We're probably slowly encroaching on
on
the teens of his appearances.
Yeah.
I don't know what the exact number is left.
We're at 5 months and counting right
Gotcha.
now.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll have to see how exactly that. 5 months, about 4 appearances. Yeah, so right around 20. Some maybe a little bit less, probably 18. So, yeah. It's getting there. Well, let's go ahead and get there. Let's go ahead and get to the overall, the big show, the biggest takeaways, our overall grade of Night of Champions. Let's go match by match, recap. I think I got it in chronological order. If not, close enough.
Close.
Opened up with the King of the Ring between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Probably one of the big reasons I did unfortunately pass out in the beginning of it was because it took for 18 minutes from the beginning of the show, entrances, bell rings, and they still haven't locked up. It's been almost 20 minutes, so... God.
You did say it was because the crowd was hot.
Crowd was popping. Crowd was hot at the very beginning. It was almost as if they were trying to make a decision of who's face, who's heel.
Who they wanted to cheer for.
I would, in instances like that, I always feel like they're going to go for the old school guy. Like Randy Orton's going to naturally go over as the face no matter what. But Putting together the pieces I did see, Randy said what he was going to do. He said, Cody, I'm going to do whatever it is necessarily to take you out. So he did the heelish stuff. He went for a chair. He took the padding off the turnbuckle, which of course in turn went ahead and got him, and he got on the rib cage.
He who sets it, will regret it.
Exactly right. Crossroads into the finish. King of the Ring is Cody Rhodes.
C+, B-.
In the match itself?
In the match itself. It could have been more. Also, possibly leading to something else where Randy does. I don't think Randy will ever turn strictly heel ever again.
No, we were talking about this last week, where Randy Orton now is just Randy Orton. Whether you're
Stone Cold.
Yeah, you're either gonna get more face Randy Orton that night or more heelish Randy Orton in that moment, depending on who he's facing, what exactly
How
that
he's
what
feeling.
Yeah, that too. The voice, what the voices are telling him in that particular moment. So exactly right. What you get with Randy Orton now is what you get, and that's gonna be whatever he feels like at that time. So I'm not complaining. He's earned that at this point, where he doesn't need and that same thing kind of with Kevin Owens. Like, he's not going to be face or heel. He's just Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
But carrying on, like I said, Cody Rhodes, the winner of the King of the Ring,
puts him in some elite company
with winning a King of the Ring, a Royal Rumble, world title, undisputed championship. Probably just missing out on Money in the Bank, which kind of, Stone Cold wasn't winning the Money in the Bank.
Give it time.
So, yeah. Is he, again, for what it's worth, is he a Grand Slam champion now, too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah.
He's had Intercontinental, U.S., I think he's had the U.S. Ooh, maybe he hasn't had the U.S.
Maybe early Dash and Cody Rhodes days, no?
He had the Intercontinental, for sure.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, I saw that.
But
because I think I was there for that.
Because he changed it to the old school Intercontinental.
I still don't even remember. I can't for sure make heads or tails if that was a botch or not when Big Show.
Oh, when Big Show stepped onto the table and broke it? Yeah, that.
I still can't remember.
I don't know if he's ever held the U.S.
Never had the U.S.? Okay.
Scotty just texted me. Scotty, get a life.
No, don't do that. Keep double checking us. Keep fact checking us. Yeah, that was, like I said, Cody Rhodes needed it way more than Randy. Randy can kind of just, hey, I want a world title shot. Okay, Randy, you get a world title shot. So,
Randy.
Yeah. Continuing on in the street fight, Rhea Ripley defeating Raquel Rodriguez with that riptide from on top of that table. Any takeaways necessarily from the match? The only thing that was kind of distracting me was the fact that they were both wearing the exact same gear.
Rhea was banged up after that match.
Yeah?
Yeah, her ribs were... If you see, the behind the scenes of when she's there after the show's over, you see her walk off. She's walking like this.
Yeah. Yeah. That's...
Those kendo shots to the ribs while she was tied up in the ropes were gnarly.
That's tough. That's a tough one. Yeah, like I said, I understand the location. It's very limited as to what the female competitors can do with their wardrobe. However, matching black on black with black hair is just an eyesore. I can't. It was tough to keep up with. So throw in a stripe, throw in a different shade. Give me I don't know. Asuka and Jade were able to figure it out, black and white, just kind of counterbalancing it.
I think it was the wrong color for Raquel. Raquel's
was it like a dodgeball thing?
It was
where it's
dark blue.
Yeah.
Maybe like a midnight blue. I absolutely loved Rhea's. Rhea's looked like she was like a sewn up doll.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So yeah. I enjoyed, but you're right. They were really similar in a lot of ways. So,
except I'm not bashing the actual wardrobe. It's just if you gotta switch up the color scheme. It's like I give the same critique when it's like the males with their own trunks. Like if you're wearing the same exact trunk colors and you're facing each other, like red versus red, or just switch it up.
Yeah, and Raquel enjoys wearing red.
Yeah, she
So
was not.
it's-
She was doing that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what? What are we doing?
What?
It just
Grow up!
Yeah, that one just made my brain go. Oh yeah.
She enjoys wearing red, so yeah, it was a little awkward. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to it all that much. I just enjoyed the match because these two typically, solid B.
Yeah,
Solid B for me.
I'll definitely take the time to rewatch because, like I said, it just passed out during. Continuing on, singles match, the only match that seems like the only match that didn't have stipulation really next to it. Sami Zayn defeating Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross, he took a back bump.
Bangers.
He took a back bump. He showed the haters multiple, exactly right. Showed the haters all that they were wrong. He took a back bump multiple times. Was there anything from the takeaway? Looks like there was no. Are they talking?
Solid match.
Yeah.
Solid match. Solid match. Once again, if you didn't think it was going to be, you're stupid. Karrion Kross is a great worker. So is Sammy. It was going to be here. This is my takeaway from this. I'm really starting to think that this WWE hasn't offered Karrion Kross a contract yet.
Which they haven't. I just was going to bring up that they still no talks.
It might be a work.
Are we really going to do back-to-back works of, Ron the Truth Killings, which, man, good job booking him the way that they have. He's been on a milk carton already. Are they really going to do back-to-back?
Interestingly enough, I'm looking forward to
Ron
Alistair.
Killings and Malachi.
Alistair.
Yeah, Alistair. Yeah.
Which it looks like Alistair Damien, which I'll be all for. Alistair Damien would be a fantastic match.
Yeah, it would. That'd be great. Continuing on, we have the Queen of the Ring.
Worst match of the night.
I probably could have,
Worst match of the night. And to have her just pretty much completely dominate Asuka.
That's not a good look, yeah.
And then fall off the finish.
Yeah, that was it for me. The only highlight I saw was exactly that, going for the ending, going for the finisher, catches her, and just kind of
love the catch, love the move.
Yeah,
but then you fall off the pin.
Yeah.
What?
We have to kind of just roll through these last two, and then I'm gonna have to hop off and take a quick breather even after this one. But
that's fine.
Solo and Jacob Fatu. New world title, new U.S. title after some help from the new Hekalu, who, I guess Michael Cole also butchered that one for sure.
I don't know if I think he has a new name. Is it Talatonga? Talatonga? That's way easier than Hikalu.
Exactly. So, yeah, new champion. Actually, again, having some help from Solo or JC Mateo. I'm still butchering it. I still can't remember what Jeff Cobb's new name. So yeah, JC Mateo and Tala now coming after. Tonga also helps out.
The goat has returned.
So confusing. But yeah, how do we feel? New champion after the Lone Wolf. Jacob Fatu only has 2 defenses on this.
I'm okay with it because I think Jacob's on to bigger and better things.
That could be the case. I'm fine with that if that's the case. I just don't want to linger too much on this Solo feud if they don't have to. Have Solo build his new brood, his new tribal chief family, and then let Jacob kind of move on to exactly that bigger and better things. And then finally, we kind of already dipped our toe into it a little bit. For the Undisputed title, John Cena retains after, again, teasing the whole idea of, do I hit him with the title belt? Do I not? Seth Rollins gets involved. You think the Money in the Bank is going to get cashed in on, and then it don't.
Phenomenal late 2000s, early 2010s match.
Okay, yeah. So, going back into a time machine.
Yeah, it's what it was.
Yeah, stepping back. The classic, like I said, remember this, remember
They went
that.
longer than I thought they would.
Okay, that's fine.
They went 15, 20.
Okay.
I want to say. Yeah. And for it being Saudi, that's a haul.
Yeah, of course. Like you said, we're dealing with the heat. You're dealing with a bunch of different elements out there.
Heat.
Yeah. I mean, already the slug of being out there, the travel, the different. Yeah. So It's a pain. It's tough. Yeah. So Night of Champions overall, yeah, it wasn't too crazy.
C+
Yeah.
at best for me.
Yeah. And well, like I said, as I get the time to more deep dive watch, I'm sure I get more takeaways and a better overall grade. But it wasn't really enough even at the get go to draw me in and entice me. So it was tough. It was tough overall. So. Like I said, I'll give the matches I haven't seen another try just to give it actually.
I'll probably watch it over one more time just to confirm my suspicions, but I was paying pretty close attention.
Well, I'm going to take another quick impromptu break. I got another bit of important details to get to. So when we come back, we're going to talk the remainder of our WWE section, then we'll slip in some Skies World and call it a day.
We'll go straight into Skies World.
Sounds good. We'll be right back just a little bit.
Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments, and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation, or to purchase a framed Naked Clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that'll have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Taco Bell. Live más.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details. Throughout the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, Judy Finelli established herself as a masterful juggler and performer, making appearances everywhere from Carnegie Hall to Sesame Street. With her loving heart, she has brought warm smiles to children everywhere she has performed. She even started the San Francisco School for the Circus Arts, but shortly after, she was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, and by 2004, she was completely paralyzed. In celebration of her accomplishments, and to fight the illness that had crippled Judy, a group of students from the San Francisco Clown College have compiled the perfect holiday present for those who want to laugh and to help those struggling with the illness. The goal has been set at $1 million raised, with 100% of any dollar made to be donated to the Judy Finelli Fund, which is helping find a cure to multiple sclerosis. Visit www.circuscenter.org to make a donation or to purchase a framed Naked Clown photo or the full Naked Clown 12-month calendar. Remember, 100% of every dollar is donated and goes to fighting MS.
Man, I'm so hungry. I need somewhere to eat fast. I have no idea where to go.
Psst. Hola, me llamo El Taco de Taco. You know where to go for the amazing taste that I have you craving more? Taco Bell.
Can I get 20 tacos, please?
You got it.
Thanks, Taco.
De nada.
Good. Good. That's it. Eat the tacos.
Man, are you still working out? It's like 1,000 degrees.
Intense heat is nothing. To get an intense workout, you gotta be intense.
Our friend here's getting an intense workout with the intense cool of his Hydrotech Cool Breeze shoes. Which brings your feet a cooling sensation that is the best on the market today. Can only be explained with one word.
Intense!
Whether you're working out hard or just taking a stroll, these shoes have got your back. Or I should say, your feet.
Aren't these shoes intense?
Maybe a little too intense, but there's no doubt they're cool.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. The boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah.
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
And David Double D Dykstra.
Apologies once again.
We're in high demand today.
I know.
I love
tough. It is tough, but we're back. We're ready to roll. Let's finish this on out of here.
More reason why we do this on Fridays.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Like I said, let's talk the remainder of the WWE section. Let's get into Scotty's world. Like I said, keep your eyes on your own paper. More like keep your eyes on your own contract, more or less. A lot of WWE talk of potentially signing a couple of AEW names, including the following. See some interest in the tag team of Private Party. You see interest in the comedy act and the comedy stylings of Danhausen. And then most importantly, the most traction in a couple other reports that I've been seeing as of late, Britt Baker. Britt Baker back in the talks of it. From my understanding, though, from the actual report I just saw from Fightful Select, she could actually be potentially, if they want to add injury time, she could be on AEW contract till 2027.
Once again, like if
I don't know if TK is going to play that game, but if he wants to, he can.
Let's be honest. There's nowhere for Britt to be right now in AEW.
That's
there just
true.
isn't. They're building their own women's division. Yes, Mercedes Moné is part of that. Toni Storm is the best female wrestler in the business right now. And you've got a whole bunch of other talent. Willow, Maria, Shafir, all those girls are
Megan
doing
Bayne.
Megan Bain.
Anna Jay,
Anna
Ty
Jay.
Conte,
Yeah, they're all
Sky
coming
Blue,
back from injury,
Willow,
so
like you already mentioned.
they should be solid at this point. So it should be good.
Yeah. So I'm just only gonna guess of the I'm gonna pair Private Party together. Of those three names that we had just right there, is Britt Baker gonna be the most sought after? Should she be of between Danhausen? I know there's potential with Danhausen, of course.
For me, Danhausen, NXT.
Yeah.
NXT. You bring him into NXT, have some fun with him, and then let him go on his way.
He's really more TNA.
I wouldn't mind that either.
TNA
I wouldn't
flow.
mind. Yeah, I wouldn't
the
mind.
comedy act of it. Could pair him up with a couple other guys that are
Him
in
and
that same
Santino
breath.
together would be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Having them two go back like John Chana and then
just
Pepsi Man. Pepsi Phil?
Just hear Santino try to pronounce his name would be
yeah, that'd
fantastic.
be good. Yeah.
To me, I'm actually more intrigued with the fact of Private Party coming to WWE.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. Because
NXT is missing legitimate tag teams.
That's true. Yeah. Hank and Tank can only take you so far, and Fraxium is already on the main roster.
And let's be honest, Raw's lacking.
Okay.
Real
that's fair.
tag teams as well. So, hot cup of coffee down in NXT. Prove that you're a solid tag team. Listen, that scream will go over with WWE crowds when he gets, back body dropped or whatever. They'll love it, and they'll make a T-shirt out
Obviously,
of it.
a good connection still with the Hardy brothers, who they're kind of been dabbling in and making a little bit of waves with. Oh, I would have loved to make a return here. They did an interview not too long ago. Also, I don't know if I was going to try and make this a segment, but I feel like there was some other bigger headlines overall. Matt Hardy announced the 5 people he would love to actually start a wrestling company with. Would you like to know the 5 names?
Sure.
He threw out. Let me try and remember in order if I can. Rhea Ripley's name was in there. Gunther, Will Ospreay. Who am I missing? Will Ospreay, Seth Rollins, Gunther, Rhea, Will, and I think he said Kenny.
Omega, yeah, that makes sense.
He was missing another name from AEW, but yeah, I mean, like I said, I would probably have to agree for sure. But overall, like I said, I think that is the same thing. I kind of in that same breath, maybe Street Profits are kind of very similar in just the same style, like they're literally the same tag team. But Private Party can make their own groove, I'm sure, and that probably would be the route. Put them on NXT.
Yeah.
Continuing on, what could actually be a connection here if Britt Baker were to make the move, but other names and other legends have been brought up here for the Evolution 2 booking. Quote, has been pretty hectic per Fightful Select.
Liv getting injured through this whole thing in just utter chaos.
Yeah, that was a bit of an issue for sure. Again, the quote, like I said, the pretty hectic has been the words put together for that one, the phrasing.
Can I just say this though?
Sure.
Good with the main event.
With it being Io Sky versus Rhea.
Yes, please.
Yeah, and I think probably for the title, I would think Rhea probably going over with being the new
She's
champion.
never beaten Io.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be a little added tidbit for sure. Again, the reports that they have reached out to numerous Hall of Famers / current legends of the day.
And no, Frankie, AJ is not coming back.
No, AJ Lee's not coming back. Kelly has been reached out to. Saraya said no one has talked to her yet. So for those that were trying to, again, stretch and not break their back or break their arm, they're like, Charlotte Flair said something to Alexa Bliss along the lines of, like, we're not on the same page. And everyone's like, oh, my God, Paige and Saraya's coming back to Evolution 2. I can't wait. I can't believe it. And they damn near soiled their Huggies watching that one. So that was an interesting one for sure. So, we'll see how this plays out.
Saraya will come back to WWE when she wants to.
Yeah. And
plain and simple.
And she's left the door open for one of the best examples of, like, leave off on the right foot and you can go back to anywhere. Where left off on the right foot with AEW, she wants to go back there, she could. Same thing with WWE, left off on a very positive, very good note there. So doors wide open for her there, anywhere she wants to go. Yep. So way to be. That's good example, folks. Don't be like let's see. Don't be like who's the guy? Don't be like Ryback. Be like Saraya. Yeah. Just something along the lines of that.
By the way, Kevin Owens talking about Ryback.
Oh, I didn't see.
On the podcast.
Did not see. Oh, man.
He didn't name him by name. He just goes, some guys asked way too much on the indies.
That's fair. There you go. Again, don't be like a Velveteen Dream. Be a Saraya. There you go. Continuing on, like I said, that Evolution 2, we'll see if that gets booking back on track. Finally, putting the Grande in El Grande Americano.
I told you!
It's looking good for those that were saying that Chad Gable was not El Grande Americano because he's back. Chad Gable on the shelf, but El Grande Americano is back in the building.
Telling you, since day one, it wasn't Chad Gable.
Oh, man.
Nobody wanted to listen.
Yeah. Being damn near a foot taller now, it's kind of it's glaring.
Hey,
it's clear.
Hey, it happens. Late age growth spurts happen,
little bit,
man.
Little bit,
you know.
Obviously, shout out to our guy
These
Barry
kids
Bonds.
nowadays grow 3-4 inches after they're 18 years old.
Is that why they're trying to get rid of that red dye 42 or something like that?
Something like that.
I think that's what it is. The little growth hormones in there. Like I said, this has been making waves. How does this? Is this the next chapter of El Grande Americano? Ludwig Kaiser? Is that really their?
Who?
Potentially Ludwig Kaiser?
No, that's Ludwig. El Grande Americano.
I know, this is. Or
it
honestly,
doesn't even look like Ludwig.
No, it looks.
Ludwig is stacked. Like he's got the 6-12 pack.
What? When we zoom out, I already forgot who is in that picture with the new El Grande Americano. Is it the?
It's the American Made.
Okay.
It's everybody,
Gotcha.
And they all looked at each other, and then Ivy goes, "No comment." And the fact that Chad Gable left Ivy in charge of American Made is fantastic. I love every moment of it.
Well, there you go. Yeah, like I said, we'll have to see how this plays out. All right, let's quickly get into some Scotty's World.
Scotty's World, let's go!
My phone's blowing up again, so let's go ahead and wrap this up. Okay.
Bring it on. Quick fire.
Yeah. Based on in-ring ability, character, impact on any other criteria. Okay.
Underrated.
I mean, can we say properly rated? But I would go underrated.
Underrated.
Just because he does get a lot of hate, sure, yeah. I'll go properly rated in some. I think underrated in other regards, I'm sure.
Under.
Yeah, okay. Jon Moxley.
Overrated.
Overrated. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna say underrated.
Overrated.
No,
Has done jack squat.
What he's done what he wants to do. He's done what he thinks is wrestling art.
This
it may not be pretty.
Could have been so much more. The faction could have been so much more. Could have been a bigger, badder, kick-ass, dare I say, NWO-esque faction that tries to take over AEW. Complete, utter overrated.
I don't think that was the template for this to be the next NWO.
Nope. Just saying.
I don't know.
My opinion.
I think
my opinion.
Sure. I'm gonna say underrated because again, I think he's getting hated on way too much. Oh, I mean, perfectly rated. Perfectly rated. He's fine.
Greatest luchador of all time. Yeah.
Legend. Yeah. He can do no wrong in my mind. Overrated. I don't know. Other than being like a pretty solid, like just workhorseman, he's done nothing really special in my mind. Consistent it would be the word, but I'm not spending big time money ever to go see a Sheamus main event. No one has ever.
Properly rated just because they haven't put the world title on him in a really long time.
Sure.
He's a solid mid card. Solid mid card. It's where it should be.
Oh, properly rated. Again, just he's the icon. He's done everything right. This is probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest, send-offs to end a career. Honestly, that his whole entire AEW run. I'm sure a couple blemishes, a couple bruises, but overall, I had nothing to say wrong about Sting, and no one ever does. Name one person that says anything wrong about Sting.
I really want to say overrated, but you're right. He's properly rated.
You can't.
Son of a gun.
No one has. You go back to any dirt sheet interview. No one says anything wrong about Sting. It just
Makes
doesn't
me
happen.
mad.
Overrated.
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 Yeah.
Overrated. Overrated.
Overrated. It didn't do well with the boys. I understand. We're live. Oh, for Christ's sake. Can we keep going? That was the last one? Alrighty. Well, in that case, that's it. We're going to go ahead and roll it off for the day. There we go. Bad Karma Wrestling, ending it for the rest of the day. Take care. Like I said, hopefully come back with all your fingers like that. Enjoy your holiday. We'll see yous. Bye-bye.
Bye.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With No Gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.